In this video, I'm going to teach you how to add a melon grab to your Scarecrow and show you a few common mistakes that riders make, so hopefully you can avoid these mistakes when you're out riding. First and foremost, you should have your Scarecrow consistent and also dialed so you can pop it straight up and land wake to wake. If you take it bigger and land out in the flats, you probably will have a lot of line tension to deal with, which makes it harder to grab the board. Taking the Scarecrow straight up allows you to grab the board before you tumble into the flips rotation, and a trip flip edge is critical in getting the right pop so you can do so. A trip flip edge starts with a wide cutout and a long approach towards the wake, so you can edge hard at the beginning, but also switch edges before you get to the wake. So after you start out wide, edge hard in toward the wake, and then flatten off as you enter the trough. While you flatten the board, bring your shoulders back over your heels a bit so you can throw them up and forward into the rotation. At the wake, to help you pop straight up, you have to push the nose of the board up the wake first before your body, while at the same time bringing your front knee up, much like you would for a heel side or toe side front flip. You'll notice at this point my body is actually going up over the board and not really forward across the wakes, so I can pop straighter up to get the grab. It's almost like you are flipping toward the boat a bit instead of across the back of the boat, or even around the back like you can when doing a Scarecrow with no grab. When reaching for the grab, try to reach with your front hand underneath the rope toward the middle of the wakes, not out behind you. It's very common for a rider to reach behind them since the board will be traveling that way, but they end up chasing the board throughout the rotation and they usually miss the grab every time. Even if you have this trick consistent like Robert does, you can often make this mistake, as we show you in this clip where Robert lets the board out behind him too early. In this side-by-side comparison, you can see the difference at the wake, and the board is more underneath or in front of me as I leave the wake. But the nose of Robert's board is pointed more toward the side as he leaves the wake, and he misses the board as it rolls out away from the boat too early. Try to push the nose of the board up and bring your front knee and the nose of the board up in front of you first before reaching the grab toward the middle of the wakes, then roll into the rotation. Another common mistake is casing the wake or landing on the second wake because the rider is focusing too much on taking the trick straight up to grab the board. They usually are able to get the grab as you see here, but they don't carry enough speed in on the approach to clear both wakes. In this side-by-side comparison with Anthony, you can see the difference in lean against the rope as we both build our edges toward the wake. My edge is more aggressive at the beginning, where Anthony's is more constant and less aggressive all the way toward the wake. He takes the trick up and gets the grab easily, but he doesn't have enough swing to make it across. So remember, to get the melon grab easily, trip enough to take the trick straight up, push the nose of the board up the wake first and in front of you while flipping toward the boat a bit. Reach toward the middle of the wake, not behind you to get the grab, and make sure you build enough speed on your trip flip edge to clear both wakes.